What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to review episode 5 of The Mandalorian, The Gunslinger. And I will start this review like I have always been doing. No spoilers first, just my overall thoughts. And when I get to the spoilers, I will let you know just in case if you haven't seen this episode yet. And I also would like to thank my brother for this awesome mug with the logo of my channel. And I really love the gift. You're the best. Back to The Mandalorian. Did I like this episode? Yes, I thought that it was well directed. I really enjoyed it. However, this episode is much smaller than all the others that we have seen. Nothing really big happens. And not only that, my biggest criticism of this particular episode is that it is really just a filler episode. Like, this particular one doesn't drive the story forward. Nothing really happened here that we haven't seen The Mandalorian doing before. There's no big revelations. So it really just felt like a small scene even, and it's very short. It was like 30 minutes. But the cinematography was great. I think the direction was great. I really like just being in that journey with the Mandalorian is really cool. And I really enjoyed that he seems to be exploring the galaxy. So it's really nice. Also, there is a lot of fan service in this episode. And it really felt organic because of the location where he was, you know. And that's one of the things that I enjoyed in this episode. This was directed by Dave Filoni, which is involved with the show along with Jon Favreau. So I was very excited for this episode, but I wasn't expected that it was going to be small like this. I was expecting, I don't know, maybe something bigger. Even more than the other one, this was definitely a filler. Like the latest one, if you saw my review, I said that despite feeling like a filler episode, it still drove the story forward. There still characters were introduced that we're definitely going to see later. Also, there are potential storylines that might be addressed perhaps in season 2. But here, not really anything like that. It was just very simple, very small, and very short. So I don't know. I just wanted to see more. I wanted to explore more. But the stuff that was there, it was actually fun to watch. If I were to grade this particular episode out of a 10, I'd probably give it a 7, just because I think it should have been a little bit longer and I wanted more revelation about the Mandalorian. I think that every episode, if we learn something new about him or some other skill, anything like that, it makes it more interesting, because like I said, that's my biggest criticism of this particular episode. But the visuals are very strong, you know. Baby Yoda is there, still cute as ever. And there are one character that is introduced that I really enjoyed and one character that I really didn't. And I will talk about these characters on the spoiler side. But that's pretty much it as far as the non-spoiler part. I believe that yes, The Mandalorian is still worth checking out if you're a Star Wars fan. I think these guys are doing a great job. I think my favorite episode so far was 3, the one that was directed by Deborah Chow. My least favorite, I thought it was last week, but no, in fact it was this one, because like I said, it doesn't really drive the story forward in my opinion. But now let's get to the spoilers so I can actually talk about why I don't think it drives the story forward. Anyways, if you haven't seen and you're going, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. The ones that are staying, let's talk spoilers and the plot. Okay, so in this particular episode, basically he's just running away with Baby Yoda, and obviously bounty hunters are all over the place trying to find him. So the movie, it starts in space, and there's a bounty hunter behind him, and that was actually one of my favorite parts. I thought it was really cool. It really felt like that space battle was so awesome. And the Mandalorian was in trouble there because he was being attacked from behind, but he was very smart when he just like kind of tricked the bounty hunter into going forward, so he just go backwards. It was a really cool trick to watch. And the thing that I thought it was cool is the fact that this bounty hunter was telling him, you're coming with me warm or cold, something like that. I don't remember the specific line, but the Mandalorian, once he's behind his bounty hunter, he goes, that is my line, and then kills him, and he just explode. And I remember drinking something at the time, and I just go, whoa. and the water went all over because it was really cool to watch. So I enjoyed that. However, what happened is that his ship is damaged, so he needs to go to the nearest location to get it repaired. And of course, the nearest location is Tatooine. So we go to a very well-known location there. And when he lands in this garage, we're introduced to a very cool character. I really enjoyed her. I don't remember her name, but she really gave me Aliens Ripley vibes. You know, the way that she's dressed, she has like curly hairs, and she's just pretty cool. And we also get to see those droids that we've seen in the prequels, you know, episode 1, the ones that you can just hit them in the nose. And that was nice. I enjoyed seeing that. Basically, he needs this place to be, his ship to be fixed, but he doesn't have enough money, so he needs to go out and find a job so he can pay for the repairs, right? And he leaves Baby Yoda alone, and now he puts him to sleep, and that was a very cute scene. But I was like, oh my god, he's gonna leave him alone. I always worried because there's bounty hunters all over, and I was like, I don't know if that's a very smart choice, but okay, I'll go along. And then he gets to this cantina location, right? Again, a location we've seen before, we're very familiar. And he's talking to this droid about a job, and then we have this other new character that was introduced. His name, I think, is Toro, something like that, and that was a character I didn't really like. First, he's introduced with his feet up on the table, and he's trying to look as cool as Han Solo, but I mean, no one is ever gonna be as cool as Solo. Even like the way that he talks, I was like, please. It was just like, bitch, please. So no, I did not really like that character. Also because I thought the acting was a little, I don't know, I thought it was weak. I just like, there's something, I already knew there's something fishy about this character. Anyone that wants to try to like imitate Han Solo for me is just not gonna sit well. So he offers the Mandalorian a job. But the funny thing about this specific character is that he's just playing it cool, because in fact he wants to become a bounty hunter, but his way into the guild, right, is well, he needs a job. He needs to get his big job so he would join them, and he needs the help of the Mandalorian. So that's where he offers him the job, and after some back and forth over there, the Mandalorian, okay, sounds like a plan, I guess. I will help you, because he needs the money, so he doesn't have many choice. And he tells him to bring the scooters, right? Is it the scooters? The speedster? The ones that we also seen in the prequels where Anakin is riding them. And I was like, that is cool, to bring them to the garage. Now, there, okay, so then we go to the garage scene again. And that's where I thought the writing was a little bit stupid, because I just don't understand. Like, the Mandalorian is very much aware that Baby Yoda should not be out in public, right? So, okay, Baby Yoda, of course, by the time he gets there, the lady had already found Baby Yoda, because he opened the door and he's just like, being all cute, and she's been taking care of him. She's like, you could totally see, she's like, oh, he's just so cute, I'll watch over him. And she's kind of telling the Mandalorian off, you know nothing about taking care of little kids, you can't leave him alone. And they have a nice cool scene over there, and the Mandalorian immediately has that, okay, I can trust her, she can take care of the child and you'll be fine. However, he's walking outside, right, to meet the other bounty hunter, the guy that wants to join the guild, and the woman is following him with Baby Yoda on her lap. And I was like, okay, he's in danger. It's very stupid for you to let her go outside and let the guy see him. I didn't really understand that, why he wasn't bothered by that, because obviously they were going on a bounty hunter together, and this guy would obviously eventually know about it when he went back to the guild, or I don't know. I was like, what was he thinking? They would know where he was. Like, obviously Baby Yoda, it's not something that you know, if people see him, it's very easy to recognize him, you know. So I thought that was a little bit stupid on the Mandalorian part, even though, and that's the one thing with the writing that it's bothering me. He's supposed to be so smart, but he's allowing these stupid things happen. I was like, why are you letting the woman go out there? I was like, I already knew that something was going to be up because the guy now see Baby Yoda, and I was so right. So then they jump into the scooters and they go through the desert, right? We see a lot of sand, and we also see a character Anakin Skywalker is not a big fan of, you know, the Tusken Raiders, and also Luke. So both of them had bad interactions with them, we could say. But Anakin Skywalker was way more ruthless. But the Mandalorian is able to communicate with them and save and kind of secure their passage. And by this point, I was enjoying watching the Mandalorian, but this other character was really annoying me. I was like, fine. But they get to this person they need, that is the bounty, right? She's pretty badass, a really great fighter, and she shoots very well as well. So the Mandalorian needs to come up with a plan to catch her, and he's using these things that would blind her, and I really enjoy seeing this gadget. He feels like Batman to me. Like I always wonder, what is he gonna take out of his utility belt, and that little thing was cool to see. So eventually they catch her, right? She's a pretty cool fighter, and then we have some callbacks as well to one thing that the Mandalorian tell this Toro guys, that she's no good to us dead, which is the same thing that Boba Fett tells Darth Vader, he's no good to me dead. Then this lady, right, kind of twists, is trying to put Toro against the Mandalorian, and she succeeds, but it also costs her life because he ends up killing her, because now he decides, I'm gonna betray the Mandalorian. He tells him about that the Mandalorian betrayed the guild and he's a bigger bounty than she is, thinking that he would release her. So I was like, that was the thing that was very surprising to me. I did not see that coming, that he would kill her, you know. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, okay. So obviously the Mandalorian gets there, she's dead, and he goes, oh, okay. So he goes back to the garage, and then that's pretty much where it's almost heading towards the end. And of course this guy is holding Baby Yoda and the garage lady. I'll call her Ripley because I know her name is not Ripley, but she really reminded me of Ripley, especially when she was holding Baby Yoda like this. Anyways, so he's very smart. He uses the thing again to blind him, shoots him dead, and then it was basically it. That's all that happened. There's no big story. Like I said, there's no revelation here or anything to do with Baby Yoda or the Force. It really just felt like a filler, apart from the very end that there is a character approaching the dead body. For the first thing I thought was like, was that Boba Fett? Because of the noise that was doing when he walks. And we all know Boba Fett's supposedly dead as far as we know, but I think there are comics or things on the EU where he actually was alive because he used the blade. He could have used the blade to escape, or maybe the animal could not chew him because of the armor and maybe spit him out. So I was very curious to see, was that Boba Fett? I mean, how cool would that be? And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I feel like they have something in their sleeve that they will reveal later. And that is basically the only thing that this episode gives us to look forward to, like who was that person there, you know. And I also thought, could it be Luke Skywalker? Because, you know, he's around. But no, that really noise is definitely no. I think it's more likely to be another bounty hunter. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the next episode. But overall, like I said, I just hope for more adventure and more revelation going forward. I still think that these series are pretty good. I thought the visuals were great. All this little fan service felt organic because of the location where he was. You know, Tusken Raiders are supposed to be there. You know, the droids, nothing felt forced. So I enjoyed that, and I really enjoy the aspect that the Mandalorian is exploring the galaxy and showing us these locations, revisiting locations. So I think so far it's a pretty well-made show. I'm still on board. I enjoy where this adventure is taking us, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next. And that is my review of Mandalorian episode 5. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!